I don't know if you remember, but David was a man who lived very much in the times of the law. He was very conscious about sacrifices, very conscious of the fact that the ark represented the presence of God, very mindful of the things of God, learned a bitter lesson when he tried to bring back the ark of the covenant, and they put it on an ox cart, and Uzzah put out his hand to touch it, and Uzzah was struck dead, and he went back and he studied, and he realized that you had to sacrifice an animal, and the ark had to come in on the shoulders of the priests. And so he went back to the house of Obed-Edom, and he did exactly what the law prescribed, and he brought the ark into Jerusalem. But you know the incredible thing about David? Can I tell you something about David? David was a prophet. David was a man who somehow had a revelation of the cross. Same as Abraham. When he went to sacrifice his own son, and God said, I'm El Shaddai, I'll provide the lamb. You don't have to sacrifice your son, Abraham. I'll sacrifice mine. On the mountain of the Lord it shall be seen, Mount Moriah, where that happened, is the very site where Jesus was crucified. Amazing. I'm saying a lot of things, but what am I saying? Anyway, it's good. Anyway, I'm enjoying myself. Part 2 will be next week. So here's David. He has this insight into the nature of God. So much so that he realizes something about the mercy of God overrides the law, overrides the sacrifices. And one day they were out fighting, and him and his men were hungry, and they went to the priest, and the tabernacle was there, and the table of the showbread, and not only the priest can go in. But David understood the mercy of God so much that he went in and he took the showbread and he walked out and he ate it and he gave it to some of his men, and they ate it, and they were never struck dead. Because David understood something about the character of God. Mercy triumphs over judgment. And God is more concerned about the person than about the principle, the precept. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why rules could be written in that on the Sabbath, if the ox falls in, you can take the ox out. So if not, this woman who has been bound over these 18 years, should she not be loosed on this Sabbath day? And so this revelation, this insight of the mercy of God. So David sins. This great man of God sins. You do not read that he goes and sacrifices thousands of bulls and dozens of sheep. He doesn't. Why didn't he not do that? Why did he not offer the guilt offering? Why did he not offer the sacrifice for sins? Because he understood something that was New Testament in nature. Went to God and he said, God, I've sinned against you and only you. He said, cleanse me, wash me, and I'll teach sinners your way.